What's going on, everyone? So today, the Los Angeles Lakers played their last preseason game, and we are, 4 days away from the start of the NBA season. Lakers will take on the Golden State Warriors next. Excited for it. Looking forward to it, as I'm sure all of you are. But tonight is the dress rehearsal game. So this is the important game, right? The starters supposed to play, well into the third quarter, maybe even early fourth quarter. Again, I want to see how does this look? How does this take shape? Are we starting to show our offensive schemes or defensive schemes, right? Is it all just Luka dominating the basketball and just shots being checked up and stuff? Or do you see some motion? Do you see some action? Do you see the ball moving? Do you see guys being invested? Yes, there are gonna be times where Luka your best option offensively, put the ball in Luka's hands and let him go make plays. But I also want to see more than that. I don't want to just see an entire game of Luka on ball doing everything. I want to see, yes, moments of that, but moments where him and Reeves are coexisting, him and DeAndre Ayton are coexisting. Who are the starters tonight? Because who are the starters tonight probably are the starters going, for the Warriors game. My guess, and again, at the time of recording this video, we haven't had the announcement yet. So my guess is tonight it'll be Luka, Austin Reeves, Jared Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura, and DeAndre Ayton. That's what I think the starting five will be. We didn't really, or at least from what I saw, we didn't get any significant update on Jared Vanderbilt, right? If it was anything of concern, but we saw with Austin Reeves, it was oh no, did Austin Reeves get hurt? And then he was fine and played the next game, which I probably wouldn't even have played him the next game. I probably would have waited a game. But nonetheless, they played him. He was fine. He was great. He was out there, dropped 25 that night. Right? So my guess is that we'll see that five of Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Jared Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura, and DeAndre Ayton. That's probably the five that I think the Lakers go with. And then when LeBron comes back, probably take out Rui, put in LeBron James. But LeBron James is expected to miss 15 games, right? He's not supposed to be back till mid-November based on recent reports. And that would basically, if he came back on the 15th, the Lakers have a back-to-back second of a back-to-back on the 15th, and that would put them at 14 games on the season. So he's probably missing close to 15 games or so. Maybe come back for that 15th game against Utah, I believe it is, on the 18th. But regardless, we're going to get to see, right? We're going to get a sample size, and it begins tonight, right? I'm not expecting this Lakers team to go out and just be full throttle 100%. Again, it's a dress rehearsal, right? It's the walkthrough. It's you're going out there, you're working on the things that you want to work on. You're kind of building and growing those chemistry moments and the little hey, how does this look? Okay, that's not looking good. Let's try this, right? You're going to probably still have some different lineups, primarily with the main guys, but I wouldn't be shocked if you have something where it's Luka, Jake LaRavia, Jared Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura, and DeAndre Ayton, right? And just kind of have that size out there where a Luka Doncic is the smallest player out there and just try different looks, try different schemes. The main guys are probably going to be playing, 25 to 30 minutes in that range, somewhere in that regard. Again, I'm not so much worried about the wins or losses of this game. I'm worried about just kind of how does it starting to look. Again, are the Lakers going 110%? If they're going, half mass, okay, that's fine. How is that looking? Are we getting into our actions? Are we getting into our play? Especially a team like Sacramento that really doesn't have a ton of defense, right? So our offense should look pretty good and just pick them apart. And then also on the defense side of things, if we have Marcus Smart and Jared Vanderbilt and those guys, how do the defensive units look? How do the offensive units look, right? This is the game where you're supposed to start to figure things out. You're supposed to start to see, okay, does this work? Does this work? Right? So that way going into that Warriors game, hey, remember that lineup we played against Sacramento? Let's throw that out here for this game because that worked really well. Was it just, a preseason game against Sacramento, or is that a lineup we can go with, moving forward, right? Hey, this defensive action worked against Sacramento in that rehearsal. Let's try that on the Warriors and see if it's an actual thing that we can do regularly or something else. Hey, this play design really just every time we ran it, we got a bucket, right? Let's try that against the Warriors. Oh, here we go, buckets again. That's what this is about. It's about the rehearsal part of things. It's a dress rehearsal. You're using this game to kind of get in position what you want to get in position, kind of get a small kind of, again, preseason's essentially just scrimmages, right? You're running in-game things, you're getting reps for guys, you're getting opportunities for guys. Obviously, I'd love to win this game. I want to win this game because you have your starters and all that. And we all know if the Lakers lose this game, everyone's going to lose their minds. Like, oh, all the starters play. Lakers are the worst team ever. They got smacked by soccer. Like, again, context is important. If our guys played through 3 quarters and then we're up 20, and then we put in the G League guys and they lose by 2. Like, I don't equate that as a loss. It's like, what did we do when the main guys were in? We were up 20. Just like what was it, the Suns game, right? Lakers starters played, or well, half of them played, right? We're winning, we're up 15, we're torching them, guys end up leaving, and we end up losing the game. And then even the last game, right? We had our main guy, or the key guys, which were all our bench players. Literally, our 5 bench guys started that game. We're up 15 against Dallas starters. Then we start putting in the G League guys in the second half, and they outscore us by like 40 in the second half. I'm not worried about that, right? Like, I take that as a win. How did we look in the moments that matter? I don't care if RJ Davis and whatever, Nate Williams and Christian Coloco and those guys end up getting smacked by, Dallas's main guys by 40. I'm not worried about that. We're not going to ever see that lineup out here on an actual NBA game. Half those guys aren't even going to be on the roster when we're said and done. So again, I'm not worried about the meaningless minutes. I think it's significant, the important minutes, the minutes that are impactful. Yes, it's great to see guys like RJ Davis play well, look good, play great. It's like, man, that's somebody that could be a piece in the foreseeable future, but not this season, right? What Dalton Connect does is much more important than what RJ Davis or somebody else does, because Dalton Connect's a guy that actually is going to be in the rotation at least until LeBron comes back. So we need him to kind of wake up. We need him to kind of get unlocked again. Like I've said, he's probably going to have a good game here and there, right? Over these 15-game stretches, he'll probably have a game where he goes and gets 15 and everyone's like, boom, he's back, right? Or 20, and he's like, oh, he's back. But that doesn't necessarily mean he is. It just, again, he's a shooter. Some nights that you just have that touch and you just have that feel and he's shooting the lights out, right? It's going to happen. He's going to have one of those games regardless. Even if he's, really is kind of washed up like people think, right? He's still going to end up having a good night, right? So, again, I worry about the minutes that matter. I worry about the players that matter. I worry about like building that chemistry with Luka and DeAndre Ayton, and building that chemistry with Luka and Austin Reeves and DeAndre Ayton, right? Like, those 3 guys are going to be the main kind of components here. Rui Hachimura, is he continuing to be aggressive? Is he playing defense better because he's slotted at the 4? Jared Vanderbilt, is he able to mask a lot of the issues? Is DeAndre Ayton fully bought in, right? Is he bought in on the defensive side as well as the offensive side? He's cooking, doing all those things. Our bench guys, Gabe Vincent, how does he look alongside Reeves? How does he look alongside Luka? Right? Like, all of these things, all of these players, you can go down the list, Jake LaRavia, so on and so forth, right? We've seen a lot of guys this preseason kind of just be out there and trying to figure it out. It's like, hey, just go hoop, right? Jake LaRavia is trying to create so much more than he's going to have to when you have LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves, right? Like, Jake LaRavia is not going to, every time he gets the basketball, have to self-create for himself, right? Yes, there's going to be moments where you want him to do that, where you don't want him to settle, where you want him to be aggressive and operate in the mid-range or whatever, or take guys to the rim or whatever, right? There's going to be those games, but a lot of times it's just, hey, Luka's going to create for you, be ready, he's going to kick out, boom, catch and shoot, knock down the 3 ball. Same thing with LeBron, right? Like, all these guys are going to have such an easier time with Luka Doncic. You saw how easy Luka made it seem for everybody, right? And that was him playing, just messing around, goofing around, doing his little skip shot and stuff like that. Like, he's just playing. Wait till things actually tighten up and he's like, all right, let's go. Boom. And he's just picking teams apart, and DeAndre Ayton's just feasting on everybody, and you have your Rui and Jake LaRavia in the corners as shooters, and if Gabe Vincent continues to shoot the ball well, right, now you have him and his ability to knock down shots and stuff. So again, there's the ability to really see a version of this team that can have a ton of success, right? And I just want to see the glimpses tonight. I'm not expecting, because this will be the first game, right, that we get to see these guys. Like, I'm not worried if it's entire, like, I obviously if it's like, this is awful, right? Like, then that's obviously a concern. But if it's like, hey, we need to tighten up this, we need to tighten up that, like, this could have been a little better, that could have been a little better, I'm fine, right? It's okay, right? And I don't expect everything to be perfect, like that's it. Lakers are going 82-0 if they just play this way. Like, I'm not expecting that, because I also don't know if the team is going to go that hard. If JJ Redick's like, hey, just don't get hurt, right? We got a game in 4 days that actually matters. Go out here, get some reps, work on the things we've worked on in practice, kind of do a walkthrough of it all, and make sure you get out of here healthy so that way we can go and win this game 1 against the Warriors. Again, I don't care about the wins and losses against Sacramento in the final preseason game. Care about the wins and losses against the Golden State Warriors on opening night. I'd love to get this win, so at least we got a couple preseason wins, right? But I'm not, like, Lakers winning all their preseason games doesn't mean that they're a title contender. Lakers losing all their preseason games doesn't mean that they're the worst team in the league. We've seen Laker teams that have won every preseason game, and they were the best team in the league and won the championship. We've also seen that team that didn't do so well in preseason and win the NBA championship. And we've seen the other side of that, where they've won every preseason game and were a play-in team or missed the playoffs, things like that. So, again, that's not what's important. It's building and creating that first step towards, like, hey, this is what we're going to look like. But anyways, always, this is a discussion. I pass the question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.